Hi all. So guys, in this video I'll be going to tell you, you know, other uses of Workbench. If you have followed my last videos, I have, told few features about Workbench, which includes how you can retrieve the data using Workbench, how you can deploy, and I have also told you like how you can execute anonymous code using Workbench. Besides that, I have told you how you can execute simple SQL query and how you can log in to Workbench. In this video, I'll be going to tell you some other features, which includes how you can insert, update, delete, undelete, upsert, or purge the data using Workbench. Okay, so first of all, I will log in to my Salesforce account for this. Okay, so if you see here, I am logged into my Salesforce account now. Okay, so for this purpose, I'll be even going to create some data so that I can tell you that these are the records on which I will be doing some testing, or I will just start with the first. I'll just log into the Workbench first. If you see, I'm logging into Workbench. Okay, so this is the URL. I keep telling about this is a Workbench URL. So this is the Workbench URL that you have to use for login to Workbench. And then you have an option of environment to choose. So if this is your production environment, choose production, otherwise choose sandbox. And these are the versions basically which Workbench provides. So the latest version which we have is 50th, but I'm continuing with for 49th version, and I'll just click on login with Salesforce. Okay, so if you see here, I have so far in the old videos I've told you how you can do a simple SQL query here. And I have also told you how you can do deploy and retrieve using Workbench. And also in my last video, I've told you how you can execute an anonymous code using Workbench. In this video, the purpose of this video to tell you about this data tab, okay, which includes insert, update, upsert, delete, undelete, and purge. So basically, what are these features provided by Workbench? So you generally, right, in generic, what is the purpose of insert, update, upsert, and all these features. So, but how you can achieve this activity using Workbench? So that is the purpose. Okay. So what I'll be going to do first, I'll tell you like, what is the how you can do an insert using Workbench. So if you click on the insert here. Okay, so it will give you this window, and what it tells you is select an object and a CSV. Okay, so basically what you can do, either first of all you have to choose the object on which you want to do the insert. So I will choose account object. Okay, so it will ask you whether you want to insert a single record or you want to insert a record from a file, and file will be in the CSV format. Okay, so first of all I'll tell you how you can insert a single record, and then we will use some file as well in the later part of this. So I'll proceed with a single record. Okay, so with a single record I don't need to choose the file. I'll just click on next. Okay, with account single record I don't need a file. So so these are the fields that we have to fill basically. Okay, so here I will just provide, there is no mandatory field as you can see, but I just for the testing purpose I will be creating, I won't be filling all the details here, and will be just filling the name here. Okay, test account, and I'm not filling the rest of the fields. You can fill as per your convenience. You can just provide whatever data you have here, and I am just clicking on the insert. Okay, so if you see here, there was one success and zero errors. So means one record is successfully inserted in Salesforce. So if you want to see, it will give you the Salesforce ID results and status. So it can it tell you, right, this is the ID in Salesforce now of the new record. It's the result is success and the record has been created. And if you want to download this file, you can download the full results by clicking on download full results. If you'll open this file, okay, if you'll open this file, then you can see, then you can see here, right? So if you see here Salesforce, so and org ID is this, and whatever details you have filled, right? So it's all provided in this Excel file here. Okay, so we have provided name as test account. You can see here test account. So one record we have, which we have created, we have successfully downloaded in the CSV format. Okay, I'll just keep this file for my, for the CSV purposes later on. But yeah, so if you want to view this record in the Salesforce, you have to click here. So you see, right, now the different features provided by Workbench. So it provides an option of update, delete, undelete, purge, view in Salesforce. So again, like if you have inserted a record and you assume, you came to know that something is not successfully inserted and you have to further update some values, then you can click on the update. Otherwise, just for seeing the record, you can click on view in Salesforce. Okay, so if you see here, view in Salesforce, you can see that this record with the account name as test account has been successfully inserted inside the Salesforce. Okay, so you can see, right? So now what I'll be doing is the same thing. Like I have just inserted one record using Workbench. What I'll be doing now, I'll be using this CSV file. Okay, and as you know, right? And if I have to insert a record, then I don't need, basically these are the, the status which is provided by the Workbench. Okay, for a new record to be inserted, because if it is a new record, we won't be having the Salesforce ID for that particular new record. So what I'll be doing is I'll be removing these three fields. Okay, so that I'll be deleting this particular. Okay, I'll be deleting this as well. Okay, so I have deleted these columns which are not required. Now what I'll be doing, I will be inserting basically 5 or 6 records. Okay, so what I'll be doing, test account 1, and then I'll be, let's say I will insert these 5 accounts now. Okay, I have saved this file. Okay, I'm saving it as on the desktop. Okay, so file to insert. Okay, so this I have saved this file now. Okay, what I'll be doing is now I'll be going to Workbench again. Okay, I will go again to the data. Okay, I will click on this insert. Okay, now I won't be choosing this option single record, rather than I'll be choosing this from file. Okay, I'll click on the choose file from here. Okay, then what I'll be doing is I will be going to this file to insert. I will be selecting this file. Okay, now you can see here, right? This file has been loaded. Now I'll click on the next button. Okay, so what it is doing is now it's just mapping basically. In the CSV file, there are some fields that you have provided. So it's just it's auto mapped basically. So if you want to, if you think that something is not mapped properly, then you can check that. But otherwise, it's auto populates all the CSV values as per the field API name. Okay, so we can, because this is the only field which you have populated, so we can just verify. So name is matched to name, so that is fine. What I'll be doing now, I'll be clicking on the map fields. Okay, so it says that file uploaded contains 5 records to be added to account. Okay, so this is an option, process record async via bulk API. So it will just use one API, or I can just click on this confirm insert and it will use a normal API call. Okay, so I'll just click on confirm insert. So you can see here, now we have 5 records have been successfully created in the system. So if you want to view all of them, so you can click here, then you can click on view in Salesforce. Okay, again second one, view in Salesforce, right? Third one also you can click on view in Salesforce. So I just show you, right? All these records have been successfully created, and just show you the details as well. Okay, so okay, here you see, right, test account 2, test account 3, test account 4, 5, and test account 1. So these are the records which we have created today. Okay, so this is how we can use this option of insert. Okay, now what I will tell you, like how you can do a update. Okay, so for this I will be clicking on this update. Okay, again it will ask you on which object you want to perform an update. So I will select account object, and for again there are two options. You can choose a single record, or you can do this with a file. So for this demo purposes, I will just choose a single record. So for this record, I will take the ID of the record that we have created just now. So I will just pass this ID, and I'll click on the next button. Okay, so if you see here, okay, so these are the, so what we have is test account 2. Okay, the name we have, which we have created, is test account 2. I will say test account 2 update. I'll just update the account name basically to test account 2 update in this video. Okay, rest I'm not touching anything else. I'll just click on confirm update. Okay, so if you see here, result is success, status is updated, and there was one success and zero error. That means this file is successfully updated. And just to verify, if I will again, view this in Salesforce, so you can see here test account to update. This is successfully updated in Salesforce. So you can understand, right, how quick the workbench is for using all these features. Right. So again, like what other things we have is Upsert. So what Upsert will do is basically, you, as you know, right, it will do the insert as well as it will do the update. So if the record is already present in the system and you do basically on the basis of the external ID, if the record is present in the system, then it will be doing the update. If the record is new, it will be inserting in the system. Okay. So same way, basically you can use this Upsert feature as well. Okay. And now going to the delete option. Okay, so if you see here delete, then single records. Okay, again you can have an option of choosing single record or from file. I'll be choosing single record here, so I'll be taking this Salesforce ID and I'll be going to workbench. I'll be populating this ID and I'll be clicking on the next. Okay, it will ask confirm delete. Okay, and if I'll click on confirm delete, it says result is success, status is deleted. So there was one success and zero error. So if you click on, view in Salesforce, it will give you insufficient privileges and saying that record has been deleted. So you won't be able to access this record because the record has been deleted now. Again, the same thing, right, which we have done, we can do this using the CSV file as well, considering that we have the ID of the record that needs to be deleted. Okay, let's say now, I want to see where these deleted records are present in the system, because we have just deleted, right? We haven't purged this. So until we purge the data, the data will still be present in the recycle bin. So if you still want to see, like, where is the data, so you have to go to Home tab and use Classic, Salesforce Classic for this. And you will see on the left hand side, this is the recycle bin. So if you click on the recycle bin, then you can see here, right, in the my recycle bin, you can see here test account to update. So this is a record that I have updated. So if you want to do this using the Salesforce, you can click on this undelete and it will again restore back to your Salesforce account. And again, if you want to undelete this, right, if you want to undelete this, again you can do using Workbench. So I still have the ID of this record, right? So if I have the ID of the record, I'll go to Workbench and I'll click on this undelete. Okay, I'll provide the ID of this record here and I'll clicking on next and I click on confirm undelete. So confirm undelete, again, success is status is success, result is success, status is undeleted. Now if this record was deleted, right, again I'll just refresh this. Okay, so you can see here, right? So this record is again back into the system. So this is how we can do the undelete. Again, the record came back from recycle bin to the Salesforce account. So if I'll refresh recycle bin, you can see this record has gone from here. Okay, right, simple. Okay, so the last option which we have in the workbench here in the data tab is the purge. So we'll go to the delete and we'll provide this ID. Click on next. We click on confirm delete. So it says that record has been deleted, right? Now what I'll be doing is I'll go again to the purge. So I just wanted to see, right, this record you want to see here. So you can click on refresh. This record is present in the recycle bin. Now I'll be doing the purge. So I'll again provide this ID and I'll clicking on next. I'll click on confirm purge. So it says there was one success. So status is purged, right? So status, if you see here, this is purged. So purge means now the record has been removed even from the recycle bin. So if you want to do mass purge, then you can use again workbench here. Okay, so if you refresh, see the record has gone now And if you'll refresh here, this record, it will say record has been deleted. So now the record is not present in the Salesforce as well as in the recycle bin. So that means you cannot restore this record back to Salesforce system now because it has been removed. Okay. So guys, this is all we have, in the data tab. All these features I've told you. So if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section. And guys, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do like and comment on this video if you like this. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you again in the next video. Thank you.